coming on this rather important day, particularly for the YMCA. You can see that we're already getting started. We've got our bulldozer ready. Just as soon as we're done here, of course, we expect them to start moving ground. I want to welcome everybody here, including the mayor, the city council members, city and county representatives, the YMCA staff, and of course our advisory board members, who are the people that have really worked to help gather the momentum and the inertia, get out of the inertia to get up and get this thing going. So I wanted to welcome you to this event and tell you it has multiple messages, not just creation of 8 state-of-the-art pickleball courts, but also these are designed to be just like the ones that are in East Naples, where they run the tournament, the national tournament. And so we're trying to get the best kind of material, etc. Right now we're anticipating, barring any rain, we're anticipating opening up in mid-March. So that's our goal, is to have these things ready for mid-March. So put it on your calendar to head back. We're also now working to set up the kinds of schedules for open play, for tournament play, for different levels of skills, etc., so that everybody can have an opportunity to play and participate in this. As you know, the growth of pickleball continues apace, it continues to grow, and we think this is going to be excellent for the community to add these courts to be available. But the second thing this represents is the next step, and of several steps now that are underway, in increasing cooperation between the YMCA and the city of Bonita Springs. We have been working together to say, look, we've got facilities, you've got facilities, the community needs facilities. How can we work together to get the most efficient and effective, cost-effective way of providing facilities for this community, for recreation, for health, for learning, etc., all those kinds of activities. And the city stepped up big time to help us fund this, and this is an important step. But we're also working with them in terms of access to the pool, using some of our other facilities, etc., in a cooperative way to help provide for this community all the needed facilities that they have to have. And finally, this is the first of several steps that are in the planning stages, in our strategic planning stages for this YMCA, aimed at building a facility that is more and more integral with the whole community. And so you can expect over the next couple of years that we will be doing other things here at the Y that will make this an even more of a center of the community from the standpoint of these kinds of facilities. I need to highlight a few people who played a critical role in this. Mayor Simmons, who's going to add a few comments, and the City Council, who we worked with to not only start to develop the cooperative type programs, but as I indicated, who stepped up big time to help us fund this, to get it off the ground, to get us up and over the top. And so that's a very important step. Tom Barber, the tall guy right here, of Agnoli, Barber, and Brundage, for his work in planning this project, looking at all different kinds of alternatives, where best to site it, etc., and help us work through the various issues that are necessary to get the permitting and to get the bidding of the process done. And then finally, to Pete Shuddock, our branch executive, who coordinates all this activity with both the board and with the all the activities that you saw going on inside. One thing we feel here, that all of us feel, and that is that once you get to season, boom, all of a sudden we have 5 times more people showing up at the YMCA than you do just before. And his staff has done a superb job of not only handling that and growing with that, but also handling all the coordination to make sure that this thing works well. And then also to Ken, the head of the Sky Family YMCAs, that do a fantastic job of giving us help, guidance, a kick every once in a while when we need it, to make sure that this becomes one of the premier YMCAs in Southwest Florida. So with that, let me turn it over to the mayor, say a couple of words.
Well, happy 2017. This is fantastic. To use a football analogy, offense likes to see offense, and that's exactly why I think the city of Bonita Springs got involved here. This has been a wonderful, wonderful reunion. It's been, as you know, there have been some difficulties in the past, but this second generation, if you will, has been phenomenal. And I can't possibly begin to thank everybody that needs to be thanked, but when you look at Bonita Springs as being the gateway to the Gulf, well, guess what? Wouldn't it be nice if we kind of looked like something when we were at the beach, right? And this exercise and this regimen in Bonita Springs is fantastic. We have 20 parks in town, as you know, and this is another example of a public-private partnership, a successful marriage, if you will. And Bonita Springs was named recently the second healthiest small town in America, so let's strive for number one. There's been a lot of great things happening in Bonita Springs, and this is just another one of those examples. When you look at what the YMCA has done in terms of the pilot pool program, reaching out to the community, and outreach to the community in general, letting folks in that otherwise would not be able to afford being here, and access to this facility is just phenomenal. When you look at the current city council, and you know, I say the current city council because obviously they had a piece, as did past councils. You have Amy Carumba in District 1, Councilman Greg DeWitt in District 2, Steve Schlachta in District 3, Peter O'Flynn in District 4, Mike Gibson in District 5, and Fred Forbes in District 6. When you look at the members past and present of City Council, and I certainly know you have current Councilman and Deputy Mayor Peter O'Flynn that certainly led this charge, but you also have Councilman Bill Lonkart, who's here with us today, that's been on the Board of Directors, as has Janet Martin, Fred Forbes, Mike Gibson. Help me, am I forgetting anybody else that's been on the Board of Directors? Peter O'Flynn, yep, we'll throw him in there for a third time. He led this charge, Fred, but absolutely. But as you can see, it takes a team. It takes a team to make this happen, and it doesn't just happen. Like I said, the best offense is a good offense. And as we look at moving forward here with this program, and you know, I certainly heard it close to home. I live in the Bonita Bay community, and they have a lot of trails there. And I jog just about every morning, and the pickleball down there has just grown and expanded unbelievably, as it has around town, a lot of other places. So kind of home knowledge for me, if you will. Met with those folks. Our city manager Carl Schwing and I met with those folks last year, and you know, it's with pickleball comes a little bit of noise, so you try to temper the enthusiasm with the surrounding community, right? To not let them play too early in the morning to wake folks up. But this has been absolutely fantastic. It's been a wonderful marriage, and with that, I'd like to have the gentleman who truly is in charge here, the CEO of the Sky program, Ken Majalewski. Ken.
And I'll be quick, because I think it's going to rain. And I'm a Jersey boy and I talk quick. So, but again, I'd like to thank the partnership, the city, the mayor, everybody involved with this. Mark Sewin played an integral part in this in many, many, many ways, and the Bonita board. So we can't ignore those. And again, I appreciate everything they've done. And when we opened this Y a couple years ago, 4 or 5, 6 years ago, we did say it was going to be an integral part in the community, and that we would be here for your community. You have to develop what you guys want. And so this is step one in evolution. So we got pickleball, of course, going on. As Mark said, we do plan other renovations for this building and this property. Some of those are underway right now. We're talking about a potential preschool and youth center. So we're looking to be more of an integral part in the community to take care of the seniors, the youth, and the little kids at the same time. So we plan on working harder, being more diligent to work with you. Any suggestion you guys have to help us in regards to this, how we can work with any organization in this community, please let us know. We'll work with them and get the job done. So now let's just gather around, break the ground, and get out of here.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Round of applause. All right.